Hello and welcome to Dangerous Waters, my friends. Look at these waters, beautiful. And look at this moose here. Wow, what a spectacular moose he is with that big rack there. Wow. Hey, without further ado, let us move on to our scenario here. This is a work with me problem, so you should be having all your materials in front of you and be ready to pause this video and copy down whatever I do. Without further ado, let us move on to our scenario. Montana Moose here. He starts every day drinking the cool, cool water from these dangerous waters of this lake right here. The temperature of the lake is 8 degrees Celsius. That is cold, my friends. In the evenings, he runs all the way up here to the tippy top of this mountain where he looks over the beautiful vista. The temperature at the tippy top of this mountain is negative 18 degrees Celsius. That is bitter cold, my friends. And your job is to, first of all, write a number line that shows the temperature of the lake and the temperature of the tippy top of this mountain. And then you got to write the absolute value for both 8 and negative 18. Then you've got to write an inequality for 8 and negative 18. And then you're going to talk about the difference in temperature from the temperature here at the lake and the temperature up here on top of this mountain. So let's go ahead and get started with our number line. Alrighty, and the very first thing we need to do is that number line right here. So I've got my positive integers done here in blue, and I wrote positive integers there. And then I've got my negative integers, that's anything below 0, down here in red, right? Now, first of all, the water here is 8 degrees Celsius. And at Celsius, 0 means it's freezing, okay? So in Fahrenheit, it's 32, but in Celsius, it's 0. So this is really close to 0, right? Very cold, but nice cool drink, right? And then up here on the tippy top of the mountain, it's negative 18 degrees below 0 in Celsius, which means really, really cold, right? So that is what you need to draw. So I'd like you to go ahead and in a moment here, pause the video, copy the arrow with the blue for your positive integers, the arrow with the red for your negative integers. Then you're going to write 0 right in the middle there, and then a positive 8 here just by writing a line with 8, and negative 18 by drawing a line, and then negative is the minus sign right in front of the 18. Please do that right now, and then hit play. I will wait for you, my friend. Super. And the next thing we need to do is write the absolute value of these two numbers, right? Now, absolute value simply means the distance from 0, right? And the way you write absolute value is you do 2 lines right on either side of the number. So this means the absolute value of 8, and that's going to be the distance from 0 to 8, which is going to be, in this case, 8 degrees, right? You don't need to write 8 degrees, just 8. 8, the absolute value of 8 equals 8. And then down here, the absolute value of negative 18 simply means the distance from 0 to negative 18. And you write that with the 2 lines, and you put negative 18 right in between them, and then the absolute value of negative 18 equals simply 18. Bam, there you have it. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause the video, copy all this down, and I will wait for you, my friend. Superb. And now we're moving on to inequality. Now, inequality means not equal, right? So an inequality is going to be expressed or shown with either the less than sign or the greater than sign. And you do need to write both. You need to write 2. So which is less than? Well, anything, if you got a number in the positive and a number in the negative, anything in the negative is going to be lower or smaller than the positive, right? And if you think about it, here we're talking about degrees, temperature, right? And it's going down, 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 then even further down, 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 down. So negative 18 is less than positive 8. Bam! Now, the other way you would write that is that positive 8 is greater than negative 18. So you're going to just write positive 8 is greater than negative 18. And bam, that is all you have to do for inequalities. If you got this one and this one, get them both written, and then I will meet you down here for total distance traveled. I will wait for you, my friend. Alrighty, now the first thing I want to do is move Montana Moose here over here because I don't want to write over him because he's too pretty. I don't want to cover him up, right? All right, so total distance traveled. Whoops. Well, you could say total distance traveled from temperature of positive 8 to negative 18, but more correct would be the total difference in temperature. So let's go ahead and change that. And in your notes, I'd like you to change that as well. I'm going to change it right here. And bam, there we have it. Total difference in temperature. So actually what we're going to use is the absolute value of 8, positive 8 to 0, and then we're going to add that to the absolute value of negative 18, right? So we're going to just write that right here. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go absolute value of 8 plus the absolute value of negative 18. And then right below that, we're going to write, well, the absolute value of 8 is going to give us 8. So we'll write 8 plus, and the absolute value of negative 18 is 18, right? Because it's simply the distance from 0 to negative 18, right? And if we add those two together, we get a whopping 26 degrees, and this time we are talking about degrees. So the total distance, or not distance, but difference in temperature is going to be 26 degrees, and that is Celsius, so you could put a big C there. All right, so what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and copy total difference in temperature, and copy all this, and then bam, that is ready, and you are good to go, my friends. Our next problem will be very similar to this, and you'll do it on your own, and then you'll watch a video to make sure you did everything correctly. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.